Hi everybody and welcome back to some more MotoGP 15. This is KPG-GOONER 14 here and this is part number 25 of our first season on the GP bikes. Now today we've got the San Marino Grand Prix, a circuit I absolutely love. But if you remember and you watched my Moto 2 race around this circuit, the weather conditions were really poor. Let's hope the weather conditions are better today and we're going to go into qualifying and really nail some good times down because I'm really fast around this circuit. Now let's go and try and get another podium finish.
From Misano. And as I talk to you now, the first qualifying session is getting underway. And at the end of this, we'll know the names of the two riders who will make it through to the second round of qualifying. It's absolutely pouring down, and the track conditions are going to force everyone to fit the rain tyres for this session.
Why or why did I open my mouth about the weather conditions? What a complete and utter mistake. This is going to be so challenging. This is a circuit I really like, but in these conditions you can't guarantee that you're even going to stay on the bike. And at the moment I'm in this first qualifying session and I'm really struggling. So far we've only put a time in fast enough for third, and that's not going to be good enough to go through to that second session. We've still got 10 minutes left in this qualifying, but oh, I've just dropped down to fourth. But it's just not looking good. The rain is absolutely tanking it down. The puddles are getting bigger, and I just can't see how we're going to get any quicker at the moment. But we're going to try and push this bike as much as we can. But just trying to open the throttle as you come out some of these corners. It's just trying so hard to get the grip and get any drive and any speed. And at the moment we're still not any quicker. I just don't know what I'm going to do. I don't think there's any adjustments I can make to the bike to make it any better, because this is just purely down to weather conditions. I'm going to try just a little bit harder in this final section. Can I push this bike a little bit more? I want to go through to the second qualifier, otherwise we're going to finish outside the top 10 going into this race. And if these are conditions we've got a race in, I just can't see us challenging the top 3 to get on that podium. But I'm going to give it my best shot. Oh, I'm slightly quicker now. Can we finish off really well here? I want to get at least into that second qualifying session if I can. But this is going to be a challenge. Last corner, come on. Let's try and get a good drive out this corner if we can. Right, we're opening the throttle now. Can we get into the second qualifying session? Come on. Right, that says we're first. Right, let's have a look at the qualifying times. Hopefully that will stay until the end of the session, but we're not sure. Right, so we're at top at the moment with Bradley Smith. Oh, Bradley Smith. Oh, level times. Is it going to last? Yes. So we've managed to go level times with Bradley Smith, and that takes us through to the second session. Let's hope the weather improves, but if not, I'm not sure whether there's any adjustments I can make to make it any better. But all I can do is go into the next session and just try. But this is going to be a major challenge to see if I can get into that top 5 on the grid. So here we go.
Well, the first qualifying session is over, and now we're back with live coverage of the second part, where the 12 riders with the best times from free practice and first qualifying take each other on.
Right, so we're here on the second qualifying, and so far we've managed to put in a time that has actually given us pole position. But we know with 5 minutes to go that Marquez, Rossi and Lorenzo will put in faster time, so that probably won't stay. So we're going to go another lap and just try and push this bike a little bit more. We haven't made any adjustments. We're just trying a little bit harder to go through the corners a little bit smoother here. But at the moment we're following Pedrosa in the qualifying, and we're just trying to slipstream him a bit and just trying to gain a bit of time. But we are going slightly quicker, I think, here. But we're getting a lot of spray in our face. Can we just nip up the inside of Pedrosa, because he might be slowing us down? Can we go up the inside of him? Oh God, dear bloody hell! Almost come off. Made slight contact with Pedrosa. You don't. Almost lost the back end. Oh God, that's not what you want on qualifying. I don't want to come off here. Need to slow down a bit. Can we just take this corner a bit sharper? Oh no, we've run it on the curb. Oh, I've almost lost the back end. Almost come off again. How the hell did I stay on there? Oh my God. Well, this ain't going to be a faster time, and I think Pedrosa is going to take us on the outside here in qualifying. And I can see thunder in the background as well. These weather conditions are getting just so difficult. I don't think I'm going to get any faster here, but we're going to go into the last sections here. I'm not sure whether this time has improved. Let's check the split times. No, it hasn't. It doesn't say anything for some reason. Maybe we're level time with our previous time. Right, let's go into this last couple of corners. I'm not sure whether this is going to be 140.365, but, and we've almost come off twice as well. So we're coming into the final corner. That's just open the gas, and this is looking good. Is this going to beat that time? I think it is. Yes, we've beaten it. We've got 140.157. So is that going to be fast enough to take us through and get pole? And it does. Unbelievable. I almost came off twice in that qualifying lap there, and I still managed to get pole position. I don't know how I managed that, but we did. Let's hope the race conditions improve, because racing in these conditions, as you can see when I went around the corner with Pedrosa, is going to be really difficult. Right, let's get into the race, and fingers crossed.
Hello to all you race fans tuning in. We're joining you live from the Marco Simoncelli World Circuit in Misano for the 13th race in the MotoGP class. It looks like the weather is going to be unpredictable for this race. It was raining until a short time ago, but if the situation continues to improve, the track will probably dry out before too long.
Right, so it's stopped raining, and hopefully the track will dry up towards the end of this race. This looked a little bit more positive. I was hoping that the weather conditions will improve, and they have. So let's hope that as it dries, we can really nail down some really fast times, as I'm really quick around this circuit, and I can show how good I am and win another race in this series. But we're going to just have to make sure that we don't make any mistakes. So let's try and get a good start here. This hasn't been a bad start. We've managed to get into the first couple of corners, and we're leading the San Marino Grand Prix. But this is where it gets challenging. These low speed corners here can be really challenging if you group up with other riders. But we've managed just to break through. We've got Marquez behind us, but Lorenzo is really having a bit of a fight with him, and I think it'll be between them two. And I can see a slight bit of thunder in the background. Is that a bit of rain coming? Oh no, here we go. It started to rain. This is not what we wanted, and if this carries on, we're going to be back to square one with the weather conditions. But the rain isn't too hard at the moment. Let's hope it doesn't get any worse than what it is. We know how challenging it is once it starts raining, but we've just run that corner a bit wide, but we managed to pull in and just get a decent enough drive out this corner. Let's try to put a fast first lap in, but no, the rain is coming down harder. This is not what we wanted. But we're leading the Grand Prix. Let's just make sure that we just make no mistakes coming into the end of this first lap, shall I say, and just see where we are time-wise. I'm not sure how far they are behind. Let's look at the split time. So we're, oh God, we've managed to pull quite a bit of a lead. We're just over a second ahead of Marquez, but Lorenzo has just overtaken Marquez. So at the moment, we are absolutely flying. So that was a really good first lap. That's what I wanted at the start of this Grand Prix. I'm actually quite surprised. I thought when the weather conditions started to get really bad that the times would drop down, but we've just put in a 140.190. That is really quick, consider the conditions, and we've just extended that gap. Now it's 1 second, 0.4. We are absolutely flying. We're not letting these weather conditions affect us. If we can keep running as smooth as this around the corners and we don't make any mistakes, this is going to be another victory on the GP bikes and on the Aprilia. This has been an absolutely amazing season so far, but I think we're far too away to win the championship, and that's a shame, because we started in round 7. That is giving us such a disadvantage. But what I might do at the end of this race here is come to a conclusion once we see the standings, but I'll talk about that at the end of the race. Let's try and finish off in style. Right, let's come into these last tough sections here. Can we finish this second lap and even get a faster time? But I'm not sure whether this is quicker. But this, again, we're really running smooth considering the conditions. Let's try and finish off this lap really quick if we can. That's not bad. Run it on the curb a bit there, but didn't lose the drive. We're still running really fast into these last couple of corners. Let's get the brakes on. Oh, it's not too bad. Let's see what the split time is. how far? So we've extended it a little bit more. 1 second, 0.6. We are still flying. We're still gapping the races behind us. Lorenzo and Marquez cannot keep up with our pace at the moment, and we're absolutely flying on this Aprilia. But let's see if this is faster than the previous lap. I felt that was pretty quick. Oh no, it wasn't quicker, but it was still a low 1.40.2. That's still really fast on this circuit in these conditions. So let's try and finish this last lap and not make any mistakes. We've got a big enough gap to bring this victory home in the San Marino Grand Prix, providing we don't fall off. But let's just try and take it easy. We don't need to go fast this last lap because we've got the gap. So it's still 1.7. So yeah, I don't think they're going to catch us now. Let's just bring it home and take another 25 points in this championship. Let's try and get around that corner. That's another smooth corner. Why the hell we didn't do that in qualifying, I don't know. But we've managed to find it when it matters, get the race pace. Typical Valentino Rossi style. Not so quick in qualifying, but when it comes to the race on the Sunday, he absolutely gasses it and he flies. Right, so we're coming into the last few corners here. Things are looking good. Let's have a look at the split time when we come down the bottom here. If we extended it even more, because I think this is going to be another fast lap. Right, so let's have a look at the split time coming up here. And it's... yeah, almost 2 seconds. They were never going to catch. Whether it was dry or wet, we are the supreme on the San Marino GP. Right, coming to the final corner. Is this going to be even faster than the previous lap? It's looking good. Let's finish in style. Let's do a wheelie. That's probably slowed us down a bit. And we finish. I think it was another 140 lap time. Another brilliant lap in these conditions. And we've won the San Marino Grand Prix by over 2 seconds. That was absolutely amazing. That was almost a near perfect race. I'm really happy with my performance there. And let's have a look at the standings. So I'm up to 4th now, 82 points behind Lorenzo. To be honest, I don't think I can win the championship from there. I think that's too many points because he's going to probably finish in the top 3 every single one of those races. So what I might do now in this championship, I'm going to finish this championship off, and obviously I'll let you know the result, and we're going to start a fresh championship right from round 1, and we're going to add tyre wear, engine failures and full damage, and we're going to really go into a challenging series, and probably on the custom bike as well. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I will see you very, very soon for the next one. Thank you very much for watching, and bye bye.